Imagine a once-in-a-lifetime performance where one athlete not only shuts down the opponent's lineup with pinpoint pitching, but also launches 3 monster home runs. That's the magic Shohei Ohtani brought to Dodger Stadium in Game 4 of the National League Championship Series, NLCS, the high-stakes playoff round that determines the National League's World Series representative. Fans, you're left in awe as the Los Angeles Dodgers superstar delivered a show-stopping display that propelled his team closer to a sweep of the Milwaukee Brewers and a return to baseball's grandest stage. On that electric Friday night in Los Angeles, Ohtani was a force of nature in both roles. As a pitcher, he mowed down Brewers hitters with 10 strikeouts, keeping them scoreless through 6 full innings and into the 7th. At the plate, his 3 home runs soared a staggering total of 1,342 feet combined, etching his name deeper into baseball history for the defending World Series champions. For newcomers to the sport, think of Ohtani's unique two-way talent, excelling as both hitter and pitcher, like a soccer player who scores hat tricks while also keeping a clean sheet in goal. It's rare and revolutionary. The night kicked off with Ohtani setting the tone on the mound. In the top of the first inning, he fanned 3 Milwaukee batters in a row, showcasing his electric 100-mile-per-hour fastballs mixed with nasty breaking balls that left hitters swinging at air. But here's where it gets even more jaw-dropping. Right after that dominant frame, Ohtani stepped into the batter's box and crushed a 446-foot leadoff home run off Brewers starter Jose Quintana. This wasn't just any homer. It marked the first time in Major League Baseball MLB history that a pitcher had ever led off an inning with a home run. To put it in perspective for beginners, a leadoff homer means the batter starts the inning fresh, with no one on base, and sends the ball out of the park immediately, giving their team an instant boost. Ohtani didn't stop there. In the bottom of the 4th, he unleashed a 469-foot blast off reliever Chad Patrick's low inside cutter, a pitch meant to jam him, but instead rocketed out at 116.9 miles per hour exit velocity, seemingly clearing the roof of the right center field pavilion at Dodger Stadium. The crowd's roar was deafening, a mix of shock and celebration that captured the historic vibe. Then, in the 7th, he added a 3rd solo shot, rounding out an unprecedented powered display. These feats made him the 12th player ever to hit 3 homers in a single postseason game, joining Dodgers legends like Kike Hernandez in the 2017 NLCS and Chris Taylor in October 2021. And get this, Ohtani became the first Dodger with 2 multi-homer games in one postseason, a stat that underscores his explosive return to form. But this is the part most people miss. Ohtani's dominance wasn't limited to the bat. On the hill for his 2nd career postseason start, the 3-time MVP was lights out, surrendering just 2 hits and no runs until the 7th. When he issued a walk and allowed a single before exiting to thunderous applause. Reliever Alex Vesia stepped in to strand those runners, preserving the Dodgers' 4-0 lead. Ohtani's pitching line included striking out stars like Jackson Chourio, Christian Yelich, and William Contreras, using a blend of heat and deception that overwhelmed Milwaukee's lineup. For example, after Chourio's double in the 4th, the Brewers' first hit, Ohtani induced a groundout and 2 more Ks to escape unscathed. He added 2 more strikeouts in the 5th, earning yet another standing ovation as he left the field. Prior to this game, Ohtani had been in a frustrating postseason hitting slump, going 6 for 38 with just 1 extra base hit, a triple in Game 3, over his last 8 contests. Despite his regular season dominance, he led the majors with a Dodgers record 55 homers. His only RBIs in the recent stretch were sparse, and against the Brewers specifically, he was 2 for 11 with 3 walks in the first 3 games. Yet, the Dodgers staff, including manager Dave Roberts, sensed something special brewing. This is his chance to leave his stamp on the series, Roberts said hours before first pitch. He's locked in, competing at his peak. And boy did he deliver, ending an 8-game homer drought that dated back to the Wild Card Series opener against Cincinnati, where he'd hit 2. Ohtani's dual workload is no small feat. It demands rigorous off-field prep to balance pitching and hitting. But he doesn't use it as an excuse for his earlier struggles. In fact, he'd only pitched twice in the prior 30 days due to the playoff schedule's twists. His most recent outings were stellar. A 6-inning shutout with 5 hits against Arizona on September 23rd, his last regular season start, throwing 91 pitches, and a 6-inning 3-run allowance with 9 strikeouts in the division series opener against Philadelphia on October 4th, securing a 5-3 win. Adding to the intrigue, Ohtani joined a Dodgers rotation that's been untouchable in the playoffs. Since September, their starters, including Blake Snell, Yoshinobu Yamamoto, Tyler Glasnow, and now Ohtani, have held opponents to a record-low .173 batting average in a month. And in the postseason, they've pitched 58 1/3 innings, allowing just 10 earned runs with 71 strikeouts across 9 games. Facing Ohtani was unfamiliar territory for most Brewers. Only 3 had seen him pitch before. As Milwaukee skipper Pat Murphy noted, it's an edge for pitchers against new looks. But after 170 games, hitters know it's just the ball coming at them, not the man. And here's a teaser for the future. Rookie sensation Roki Sasaki was ready in the bullpen for back-to-back work, his first since shifting to relief. He's been electric, notching 3 saves with 2 hits and 1 run allowed in 7 relief innings over 6 playoff appearances. But let's not gloss over the controversy. Ohtani's two-way heroics raise big questions about the sustainability of such a grueling role in modern baseball, especially with the designated hitter now universal in the National League. Is this pushing the limits of player health, or is it the innovative spark baseball needs? Some argue it glorifies one superstar at the expense of team balance, while others see it as the future. What do you think? Is Ohtani redefining the sport for the better, or should MLB cap these dual threats to protect athletes? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear if you're Team Ohtani or Team Caution. For more on MLB action, check out AP's coverage at https://apnews.com/hub/MLB.